Okay, welcome to 9.5. We are going to talk about the normal distribution here. So we're going to use the mean and standard deviation of a data set to fit it to the normal distribution, and then we're going to use the normal distribution to estimate percentages. So what is a normal distribution? It's a symmetric bell shape which is centered about the mean, and many common statistics, height, weight, blood pressure, etc., gathered from samples tend to follow a normal distribution. So what are some characteristics of this curve? And I'll show you an example of what it looks like. The graph has its maximum at the center. It's symmetric about the mean, and the mean, median, and mode are all equal in the normal distribution. The empirical rule says that for a normal distribution, almost all data will fall within 3 standard deviations of the mean. So here is an example of that normal distribution curve. You can see the mean here in the middle directly. So that means 50% of the data is above it, 50% of the data is below it. And then you can see within 1 standard deviation on either side is 34% or 68% total. And then 2 is 13.5%, out to 3 is 2.35%, and that leaves just 0.15% on either side. So 99.7% of data falls within 3 standard deviations. Okay, so let's look at drawing and using the standard or the normal distribution. So if there's a mean of 50 and a standard deviation of 11, 68% of the data would fall between which 2 values? So let's start by just drawing a standard deviation, something like that. Okay, so you're going to have right down the middle, that's going to be the mean, which would be 50. Okay, and then we're going to go 1 standard deviation, so I'm going to add 11, 61, another 72, another 83, and then I'm going to go the other way. So I'm going to subtract 11, 39, subtract 11, 28, subtract 11, 17. Okay, so here's, again, 50 is my mean, which means half of the data is above that, half of the data is below that. But if I was looking at my standard deviation from before, there's 34% on either side of the mean out to 1 standard deviation. And so together that makes the 68% that we're looking for. So for this problem, 68% of the data would fall between 39 and 61. All right, so we're gonna do some more practice just sketching these. If you are following in your notes, the curve is already drawn for you, so you just have to label the values. Okay, so first one, we're gonna try, yours is gonna be better than mine. Okay, so again, the mean is 45, so that's in the middle. Standard deviation is 5, so 1 standard deviation would be 50, 55, 60. And then the other way would be 40, 35, 30. And again, you can draw in your percentages as well because that will help you. So between 40 and 50, that's 34 and 34. I go out to my second standard deviation, that's 13.5, 13.5. Third standard deviation, 2.35, 2.35. Okay, same thing. I'm going to draw another one. The mean is 52. Standard deviation is 6.5, so I'm just adding or subtracting 6.5. So 58.5, 65, 71.5, and then the other way, 45.5, 39, 32.5. And again, we can label, so out 1 standard deviation is 34 and 34. two standard deviations, 13.5 and 13.5, 2.35, 2.35. And then I guess what I'm not labeling here that you could is this 0.15 that falls outside of 3 standard deviations. I can add that up here too. And remember, this is the percent of data that falls within those categories or within that range of values. We'll look at it a little bit more detail in the next example. So number 3 says a set of data has a mean of 50 and a standard deviation of 8. Find the percent of data within each interval. So we're going to start by just drawing our curve. Again, you guys have this on your paper, so yours is going to be better than mine. Mean of 50, standard deviation of 8. So 58, 66, 74, and then the other way, 42, 34, 26. And let's label, so 34, 34, 13.5, 13.5, 2.35, 2.35, 0.15, 0.15. Because now that everything's labeled, it's just going to be easier when we look at our intervals here, okay? So from 42 to 58, what percent of data is between that? So 42 to 58, that's just within 1 standard deviation. So 34 and 34 makes 68%. Okay, greater than 34. So from 34 over, you could do this 2 ways. I could add everything to the right of this. So I could add the 13.5, 34, 34, 13.5, 2.35, 0.15, or I could take 100 minus what's to the left of it, which is 2.5%. So that's what I'm going to do. That would be 97.5. Either way, you should get that. And then less than 50, well, 50 is the mean. So what would be less than that would be 50%. There's going to be 50% above, 50% less. Okay, let's do another one. The heights of a group of adults are approximately normally distributed with a mean of 69.5 and a standard deviation of 2.5 inches. What percent of adults are between 67 inches and 74.5% inches tall? In a group of 2,000 adults, how many would you expect to be taller than 6 feet or 72 inches? Okay, so again, we're going to start by labeling our curve. So 69.5 is the mean. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Standard deviation is 2.5. So 72, 74.5, 77, 67, 64.5, 62. And again, I'm going to label my percentages. 34s, 13.5, 2.35, 0.15. Okay. What percent of adults are between 67 and 74.5? So here's 67, 74.5. So I'm going to add 34 plus 13.5, which would give me 81.5%. In a group of 2,000 adults, about how many would you expect to be taller than 6 feet or 72 inches? So here's my 72 inches. So I'm going this way, right? So 13.5 plus 2.35 plus 0.15 is 16%. So it's 16% of adults, but there are 2,000 adults. So we're going to take 16% times 2,000. So 2,000 just times that 0.16. That would give me 320 adults out of the 2,000.